welcome to day one. Hi, Jen. Just so you guys know, we are also recording this in a different way so that we can capture just the music, and after this we're going to have an album, so I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but if any of you have been wanting to just listen to the music, it's going to be available. Infused with all the energy of the pulls. So if you have anything up in your world, put it in the thing. If you want me to talk about something, put it in the comments, and let's get started. All right, so for those of you guys that have done pulls with me before, you sort of know how I roll in the sense of I do a class, little mini rant / class / tool giving session, depending on the day. And then we pull the energy of money into our world. And my target with the pulls is that at the end of the 60 days, you're not only asking and being and creating and generating more money, but also like money has no solidity to you anymore. You start to get a sense of that money is truly an energy, and not all the fixed points of view that we've bought and we've aligned and agreed with or resisted and reacted to. And so as inspiration, I traipse through all the different money books around me, and I'll usually pick a topic, and sometimes I'll just riff on whatever's going on in my world because I'm constantly looking at this topic. And if you ever have something that's coming up for you, or you're like stuck, or you just want me to riff on something else, you can always post it in the group and I'll comment on it. But welcome to day one. Welcome to day one of what will be 52 money pulls, not 60. And I wanted to sort of just riff on where I'm at and sort of tie in today's class with what I'm looking at. As all of you might be, I'm in the constant and always looking at how I can generate and create more money. And just a couple days ago, I've been in this sort of interesting place with creating money for things where my previous motivations for creating money were, going to this class or going to that class have really changed. And this month's and this year's target for me changed into really getting my feet under me with, creating a financial sort of platform for me to jump off of, instead of just kind of creating hand to mouth. Like I was creating epic hand to mouth in the sense of like, I could travel anywhere I wanted and live in this beautiful home and stuff, but there was still this sort of hand to mouth sensation. I was putting away my 10% and I had money, and there was more. I want more, right? So I'm in this place, and I want to back up and sort of tell you also the foundational things that you can start putting in place to give yourself the sense of having money. So now I'm in this place where it's like I'm choosing to get out of past expenditures, like outcreate my past expenditures, and have everything that lights me up. So a few days ago, my friend Michelle was here, and I'm going to be redoing my website at some point. And we were talking about branding, we were talking about the look. And I was like, who I really want to get my photos done by is in her image in San Francisco. I had them done way back in the day. I love them. And I was like, oh my God, it lit me up so much. And I went on their website, and a half-day branding session is like 1,800 American dollars. And, I was like, well, the Bowmans are going to be there. I already have access to that class. I can go to that class. We could road trip it down there. It just became this really, really fun thing. And the class the weekend before is the the abuse class that I really want to go to. So all of that to say that on top of my base expenses, which are substantial every month, I am also choosing to go to 2 classes and get a photo shoot done, which is going to require some new clothes and hair and makeup. So there's a lot of expenses that I'm looking at this month, and not because I have to pay them, because I'm choosing that that's the life that I want to have this month. And that's one of the first things that as you're creating money, in fact, I was listening to Heather Nichols yesterday, and she was talking about this out of the advanced, the art of creation. Everything's advanced today, apparently. that when you're looking, if previously you've been setting targets where it's like, I'm choosing to create $10,000 a month, or I'm choosing to create a consistent $30,000 a month, or whatever your target is, what you want to do with that target is change it into, what are the things that gets you? What does that money buy you? What are the energies of the life that gives you access to, that you can pull into your world? Because those can show up in 25,000 in infinite possibility ways. And if you limit them to just one way, or, I've got to create $30,000 this month, or I am responsible for creating that, you've actually limited everything that the universe can contribute to. So what are the infinite possibilities for this to show up with ease? If I require this number to show up this month to do all the things that I want to do and beyond, what are the infinite possibilities for that showing up is the first thing that you want to start to get a sense of. Like, what's the energy of going to this class and having that photo shoot and being pampered for half a day and buying new clothes? Like, what's all those energies? My God, my body's so happy. And changing my website and like having that all put together and beautiful and da-da-da. All of those energies. And what's the energy of the life that I want to be having in the creation of all of that? And so you're getting that energy. And that's what you're pulling into your world, because that's money. That's being. And then the second part of that is get to work. So I was looking at, if I really do want to choose all this, like, I've got to get to work in some big ways, in the sense of, like, I got to pull in some, like, I've got to be the pull for some dollars, right? I got to be the pull for however that's going to show up. So what are the infinite possibilities of this showing up? And get to work. So I started getting creative, and it started getting exciting, because now I'm in the creation of something that I'm really interested in. I'm in the creation of a road trip and a photo shoot and a class and two classes, that's what I get to create. So anywhere and everywhere you've cut yourself off from the excitement of being alive, of choosing how you want to live and being that and creating that, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, punk, land, shorts, boys and bands. That's actually the money conversation. We've made the money conversation about, I need to pay my bills, and when you pick a point of view like that, where underneath there's this point of view that there's scarcity and not enough and lack, and when you choose that worldview, your whole world gets created from that worldview. If instead you choose a worldview, and if you start to acknowledge what it is, first of all, that's the key. Acknowledging what your worldview is, acknowledging how you see the world at its base. At its base, if you find yourself constantly going to, oh my God, I don't know. Oh my God, I don't know if there's enough. I have to trade time for money. All of those linear points of view. That's, that your point of view about how the world works is probably not, there's infinite possibilities and I've just got to find them. Right? Your point of view is probably more like, the world is hard and so is my life, and all of this has to be hard. And that's okay. But you got to start to acknowledge where you're functioning from, and that's where you have to change it. And so I've been really like, what would it see, and I grew up in a family where that was the point of view. Like, the point of view was there's not enough, and we lived like very, very scarce and had very little money, and made do with very little, big pots of beans that were easy to cook, and flats of tomatoes that were on sale because they were kind of mushy and all that kind of stuff. So that was my growing up, that was sort of my soup, and I brought that into my adult life, and I always was willing to work, but it was like there was a cap on what I could earn. And I started getting frustrated about the cap, because I'm like, what does it take actually to, and I didn't have words for that at the moment, but it's like, what does it take to actually go beyond the cap? And so then I tugged access consciousness into my world. And this is the thing about you as a pull, you as a tug, is when you start to get dissatisfied, and it doesn't even take getting dissatisfied, but let's use that, and you're like, there's just got to be another way, you tug that other way into your reality. And the same is true with money. And I know you can look back at your life, all of you, and go, yeah, there was that one moment where I was like, something, there's more here, I know it, and something different showed up. That's true with money. So like, I was looking at this month and I'm like, there's more here. There's more capable. I'm capable of more. I can create a lot anyway, and I'm capable of more. And so where is it, and what is it, and what's it going to take, and what can I generate to facilitate it showing up? And so what I want to invite you to do today is like take this month as a microcosmic month for playing with this, and make a list, make 2 lists. Make one list of every way the income is coming in right now, all the ways. Bank dividends to the tune of $1, your job income, your YouTube channel income, which mine is $3 a month. And I sort of talked about this on the Zoom yesterday, but for all of you guys that weren't on the Zoom, make the list of all the monies that are coming in, and then make the list of the monies that are going out every month so that you can start to get awareness. And also what you're asking for that you may not have put on the list. I never used to put onto my list money for clothes. I definitely didn't put money into the budget for booze. I didn't put money into the list for eating out, and yet I did all of those things with great abandon. And so I've started adding those in, acknowledging that that is the way I want to live. I want the capacity, I desire, and I'm choosing and I'm creating the capacity to have those things anytime I want, without eyes closed, without going, oh, I'm just going to spend this money and it'll work out. No. I'm spending this money and I'm creating this money and I'm asking for it, and it's here. So use this month, look at your month and going, what would I really like to choose this month? If you'd really like to go on that yoga retreat, add that in. If you'd really like to take that class, or you'd really like to travel somewhere or buy that dress, or, enhance your wardrobe, like what is it that you're not allowing yourself to get present with and choose, that if you would get the energy of it and become willing to do or be whatever it takes for it to show up, would show up with a lot of ease. And I could just keep going, so I'm going to break that down for today. And just so you guys know, like for those of you that are new to Access Consciousness, playing the piano is just my thing. That's not a thing you have to do during an energy pull. I just like it. So you can pull energy at any moment, anywhere you are, instantly. And the way you do that is you just lower all your barriers, and you literally pull energy from all over the universe through your body. And that's it. The moment you put your attention on it and you ask it to pull, it starts pulling. And so if you're sitting somewhere in Starbucks or whatever, and you have a class coming up, pull energy through that class. If you're, just sitting in the car at a stoplight, pull energy through all of the people and through all of the earth through your body. And what you're going to start to notice is something's going to change. That starts to create this communion that actually is available to you all the time, where every single molecule and every single molecule can contribute. And on top of that, you activate what the power and the capacity that you already have to energetically tug things into your world. So if you want to, you can close your eyes. And just become aware of your body. Become aware of where you're sitting. Become aware of your arms and where they're resting, and your feet on the floor. And for a moment, if you just get present with your body and just thank your body for being with you. Thank you, body. Is for you to put out in front of you everything you're asking for. Include money. And if that became solid when you included money, just make it unsolid again. So the coolest thing about energy, all of your points of view have energy, all of your decisions have energy, everything you're asking for has energy. And the moment you realize that something's become solid, you can instantly change it just by choosing to change it. It's just putting your awareness on it, realizing it became solid, and changing it. So include money in the energy that you put in front of you. Everything you're asking for, the energies that you're asking for. And it can be a ball, it can be a massive energy. You can let it surround you. And then just expand out beyond your skin, if you haven't already. Expand out into the room. Expand out into your city, into your country. Yeah, 100,000 miles beyond that, and 1,000,000 miles beyond that, until you're bigger than you even knew you could be. Bigger than you can understand with your mind. And then I just want you to pull energy from all over the universe through that energy in front of you and through the backside of your body. And then pull energy through the sides of your body. And when you pull through every molecule, engage every cell in your body into pulling energy through your, and pull through the back side of your body, through the front. And then pull up from the earth, up through your body, and then down through your head, through your feet. So you have a pull going in every direction. I am money, I am control, I am creativity, I am power. I am awareness. You just are those things. Hi, Jen. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you be to outcreate yourself today with total ease? And what energy, space, and consciousness can you be to create a reality, a financial reality beyond this reality with total ease? That's it for today. So I really invite you to download these audios into a playlist on iTunes and loop them, play them at night. You know, if you get into a weird space with money, put on one of these classes and change your energy. Because if you change the space you're creating from, you can change anything. You're so welcome. So I will see you again tomorrow at the same time, and we'll continue. And, you know, today maybe invite yourself to looking at what can you generate and create today that you've never considered, and see what pops up.